May 17th, 2024. Did that video last night. This is one of their murder plots, and it's from 18 and 19. Dave had looked at me. Now the cops should have a recording of it. We went to walk in the backwoods. He's like, "You see that tree? You see that tree?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "I'm going to get a group of men to come up here and hang you. And when they drop your body weight, I don't want it to snap." He went like that. And just looked at me like, "See, when they drop you, I don't want the tree to snap. I want it to hold your body weight when they hang you. I'm going to have a group of men come up and do it." They talked about having people swarm me and hang me in 18 and 19. Getting people so angry they do a lynch party. That's what this is. This is one of their murder plots. I told you I was down at John's church. He's off to the side and he's praying like crazy. And I felt this guy come up behind me. And I look over and this lady's like this. And I'm looking at her. One of Dave's old girlfriends is down there. And she shoved this guy, John, that he's passed on now. And he jumped out of his pew. And as he went by me, he pushed. And I closed my eyes. And I turn around and he's blocking the door with his body is just rambling. And everybody went up for him. In June or July of 19, I am at Pizza Hut in Canal Farm. This guy shows up. I overheard him talking. They're trying to get a group of people to swarm her and beat her to death. I tried to tell this guy. He wouldn't listen to me. He said, and I overheard him, they're trying to get a group of people to beat her to death. That's what this is, the hate crime. The hate crime. My friend Keith, he has a friend that works at Facebook. He said 5 years ago, where people upload videos to Facebook and pictures, they would take word, because everything's digital, they would take several different sentences and they would clip them and then tape over, because you just move words. And so it looked like you were saying something that you didn't. He said, and then where people have pictures, they were photoshopping them to be dirty. And then they were running around telling everybody the same lie. And everybody believed it to be true. And that victim would lose their job and have to move out of the area. It was a way of destroying people. I was in FedEx, and the guy's like, I heard about that scam on Facebook, how they were doing that to people. Because everything's digital. That's where I talk to like Sheriff David out of this area, Sheriff Joe. They want to know what's wrong with our local police. They want to know if they were mentally handicapped. Are they slow? We've known that nothing is trustworthy because of the digital thing, from words out of sentences to make new sentences. Photoshop, like washing in the other room, it's just clicking and pasting. They can put somebody else's head on your body. They can change your hair color, outfit, anything. Okay? And roofies, we all know about them. You're sleepwalking under somebody else's control for 4 to 6 hours. What is wrong with your local police? They should have arrested these people. And that agent, for the way he talked to you, what is wrong with them? Okay? I had several police officers out of this area wanting to know why on earth the police didn't take care of that agent. Because a regular police officer can arrest a federal agent. They're all police officers. That's all they are. It's just local works local. State patrol officers work state highways. County sheriffs can work anywhere in the county. Marshals, FBI, and Secret Service can work anywhere in the United States. They're just police officers. And a local police officer is not submittable to an FBI agent. He's just another officer. Okay? It's right on Google. All right? All right. So, that's weird. What was that agent laughing at? These people, Savannah must really think she's something. You know, Paymer yelled at her in front of everybody, "Are you dating her husband?" And he's pointing at me. In front of everybody in church. I'll walk over and say something to her. I said, "No, we're just friends." I looked at Dave. I said, "Are you dating that kid?" He said, "He's pointing at someone else, Karen. He has to be." And I'm like, Dave, no, he wasn't. Dave was lying. That's where her mom, Pam, and then Anita up there, I hadn't got my big diamonds, but I had nice diamonds. And they were real pretty. And I had my hands behind me standing up, all dressed up. Well, because they make you stand up there. Different times. And we're sitting in like almost the back row. And I look back and they're behind me. They said she had big diamonds on. Well, they're nice, but they're not that great. Or not that big. But they are nice. I thought, what the fuck is what on earth is your business? What diamonds I have? I didn't know her kid was fucking my husband. I asked Dave, I said, what is it of her business? What kind of rings I have on? He said, it's not. A woman that her household was making $300,000 a year came from money that her dad owned a business, had men working on for him, and her grandparents had money. The rich and the entitled thinking they can steal from victims, exploit children. Do you realize there's no way that FBI agent, when Savannah walked in, that he didn't know that wasn't Alex in a beard scamming them. And that Savannah's baby didn't belong to that big drug dealer. You can't tell me he didn't know who he was talking to. Do you know how stupid they are? They walked into a Federal Bureau of Investigators, confessed to a federal police officer that they were stalking somebody and were hired to. You can't be hired to stalk somebody. It's right on Google. Your spouse cannot interfere in your personal private life. They hire someone. You can sue them and they both go to jail. You can't hire a hitman either. It's kind of sort of like the same thing. You can't tape somebody naked without their permission. It's voyeurism, unless you're a sex offender. You can't tape little kids going potty. That makes you child molester. That's kiddie porn. You can't break in somebody and be gay enough to say that you had sodium pentothal reports truth serum. We can't even get it in the United States, and you lie under it. Okay? And break in and roofie the hell out of somebody. Tell them to say something stupid, and then have men beat and rape them, and so they wake up with marks, throwing up, heart racing, severely infected, and they think the well water's so dirty up there that it's killing them, and they never see anybody and never have anybody in their home. And that federal police officer laughing at a rape victim that's being scammed by the cartel. She's mixed up with the Florida group, caught by the sheriffs. Seen with him. The fake FBI agent that tortured me, is that the big drug dealing boyfriend? Or the guy Chris they said they raced out of the room? Or one of Henry Mafia's men, the Gentleman's Club from Florida? It's one of the three. A lot of people said they bet that it's her big drug dealing boyfriend. Because we were March 20th, 24. They even made up heat to get away with this. They made up everything on her. And for them to get away with this. And they're in there laughing again. How they made everything up. On her, they made up heat. They made up this whole thing to get away with this. Laughing. Sheriffs have that tape. They also have June 7, 23, how they Lighthouse Tabernacle fooled FBI agent John and publicly mocked him. They have that. And it can't be disputed. It was taped by the sheriffs. Wanna play? They have these people that where I had marks and so sick and seen by Altman family physicians for all the signs of being drugged, beaten, raped. And I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was a well water. It would look like poop water. I'm just washing your hands in it, take a fast shower. I thought it was infecting my personal area. I'm getting bruises all over me and I don't know where they're coming from, muscle pain. And I thought, is it giving me cancer? I have headaches. I'm almost passing out. And I thought, is it so toxic? It's killing me. And here I'm being drugged. There was not, and that, like people even said, that agent making fun of a rape victim like that, there was nothing for him to make fun of. In a sextortion scam. You take a shower scene in Washington. One of the cops said, you know that weird with yourself? We always knew it was a shower scene in Washington. I was giggling. We always knew that. Another guy said, you know where they said they drugged her up and told her to say it? You can tell she was drugged. I never talked to anybody. Sexual predators preying on people in their home. They're vile, evil criminals. Evil, satanic criminals. Who the hell do they think they are? You talk about, that's where I put it up on Facebook. Waco should have happened here, where the government surrounded that compound for exploiting women and children. And those idiots burn themselves. I'll tell you what, you ever arrest these apostolics, grab my grandkids and hide them. These people are evil. Last year in October, I was in Coles and Belden. Some guys I went to Lisa. I asked, will she get well for a long time before she got well? I said, yeah. Nobody thought anything of it when she finally beat it. But when Strain said it, they all believed it. So they hired people to kill her. 15 years later, don't even go to their church. Had to hunt me down. Because they're cult people and they're brainwashed. And they knew that the people they hired to kill her and to do this were killing other people. But if they knew they were killing other people, you better stay out of this. He's like, I know. Said they didn't even care. And we're saying all kinds of stuff in Coles. You do realize how evil the apostolic churches and satanic. The Bible states that you're not supposed to avenge yourself. You're supposed to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You're supposed to pray for the people that despitefully use you. You are not to bear false witness, not to lie, not to steal, not to covet, not to commit adultery, and not to kill. What's wrong with this? They're not godly people. They are godless. They put their long hair in their long skirt. What they're doing with these murder plots is Charles Manson. Charles Manson, by proxy, had a group of idiots go kill a bunch of people. They're doing the Charles Manson thing. That agent was to do his sworn duty. My one niece, when she was younger years ago, stupid and young, my sister called me up. She was horrified. She had tried some drugs, called the cops, and told them, and was complaining how bad they were. They showed up and arrested her. These people are that stupid. They went to a federal cop saying they were hired to stalk me. Dave hired them. Or Dave said he hired Pete on his own, Pete is Alex. He can't hire a stalker. Like they said that idiot can't hire a stalker. See, as an occult, they thought as a woman, I had no rights. I had no rights. They could exploit me, beat, rape me, because I'm a woman. That's where my son said they have the penis disorder. If you don't have a penis, you don't have no rights. They told a federal police officer they had sodium pentothal reports. He knew he couldn't get it, and you knew you lie under it. And it's like them saying they anthrax me. It's a lethal outlaw drug that shuts down your airway, used as an anesthetic. And it became so dangerous, they outlawed it in the country years ago. It's called research. If you're going to make up a lie, research it. Spy flick movie stuff. And when you come out of it, you'll admit to anything. You lie your ass off. So they called it truth serum. Roofies, you're sleepwalking. They're like the LSD from the 60s. Hippies would get high, walk around hallucinating. Some of them killed themselves, harmed other people. These newer drugs, they call them mind-controlling drugs. They can control you for 4 to 6 hours. They bragged in the case they could control anybody. And like the police out of this area I talked to, or your local police law, we've known about those for years. And everything is digital. And they can move from words out of sentences to other sentences. And they can Photoshop scenes. I was at a client's house, and the news was complaining about people doing the words out of sentence, make a new sentence, and then Photoshopping things and trying to frame people that they were tired of it. It's a big scam. It's called sextortion. They told him they were drugging me, raping me. They were selling videos of me and Dave in bed, me in the bathroom, my family in the bathroom. They were exploiting my grandchildren, little kids going potty, and selling them on porn sites. And he didn't arrest the child molesters and the sexual predators and the sex offenders and nailing to their desk. No, he made fun of the rape victim that had no idea what was happening. Like they said, when the case first started, we found out her ex-husband was keeping her so drugged up. They were drug beating, raping her, and she didn't realize what was happening. Neither did the doctor. I had all the signs. When I told them I found out what they were doing, she's like, your ex-husband's a vile, sick animal. So are all these people. They're evil on saint levels. It takes a special kind of evil and a special kind of evil, like Jeffrey Dahmer kind of evil, to do this to a human being. To stalk them, have men break in, drug, beat, rape them, drug them up, tell them to say something stupid, and then Photoshop washing scenes in a sextortion act. To actually go in and have people harm somebody and human traffic them under drugs, it takes a special kind of evil. There was nothing for that agent to laugh at. FBI agent John, they made a fool of for falling for it. June 7th, 23, Walmart 62. The Starr County Sheriffs have that video. It can't be disputed. Lighthouse made fun of him. They have Eric's confession that everything was him and not me, and done for a stunt for people to turn on me. November 18th, 22. They have these people's confession that if I try to leave Dave, they pull the stunt. The old guy saying that he used sodium pentothal on me. If I try to leave Dave, he'd list me a child molester. And something about he had drugged me and told me to say wrong nightgown and butt lie and life of pain in front of the cops. And they taped him. And I had Dave debunk it that they only seen the back of my knees. I was dressed modestly. They had laughed at me. They had framed me before. They photoshopped all their lies. They photoshopped a feminine wipey above the toilet. They had the shower scene in the other room to make me look weird. They admitted to framing me. They even made up Pete and the Michelle, the retired judge, Pete and the Michelle, to get away with it. They made up everything on me. The sheriffs have all that. And they have my family defending me, and that they didn't know any of this. And Mel's kids stating they were they were in it with a scam of Michelle for Auntie Shell and Papa to get the house. And that they made everything up. And they were games of pretend on Thanksgiving of 18th. The Starr County Sheriffs have that video. And like they said, it can't be disputed. Oh no, it was done with a real court order by a real judge in a protected home custody case for an FBI informant with statements. It can't be disputed. I was found innocent of everything in 18. Everybody defended me. Everybody. It's like Josh. I've never done anything wrong or bad. I never said you did. Went to John. What's going on? I don't know. Melissa having make up something because I told him you're moving out, going through a divorce. And she'll just have him make up something. Nobody could ever say anything bad about your mom. Don't worry about it. I should have the church people make up something too, but trust me, nobody could ever say anything bad about you. Went to Danny and I told him they were making up stuff like this. He's like, what? Where would they get that? Jen's like, anybody said you did anything wrong, Karen, they would be a Pinocchio. And their parents would burst into flames. As if. And then I went to him on Christmas. And that was November 13th, 22. Then Christmas Eve of 22, I confronted him about everything. And they didn't know, and neither did the kids. When to the boys before that. And I said, I've never done anything wrong or bad. That's the truth. I've always been good to you. Dave. Like they said, even the ass defended her. I was like, I've never hurt anyone. He said, Karen, you're good to the kids, you're good to the grandkids, you would never hurt anyone. You're good to everyone, no matter who it is. My whole family spoke highly of me to the police in 18. This is the biggest scam in the world. It's a big drug scam. Like they said, it's a drug scam from the drug dealers that are human trafficking people. They're exploiting women and children in their home, and these idiot people think it's funny helping out. Like they said, it's a big extortion group. It's documented by the sheriffs. August 22nd, 23rd, Officer Mark told a lady that it's documented as framed by the drug cartel. I'm going to upload this.